You know that feeling when you're the underdog at work? The one everyone underestimates? Well, that was me. My name is Marcus, I'm 28 years old, and I work as a data analyst at one of the biggest tech companies in the city. The annual company party was always the event of the year. Open bar, fancy venue, everyone dressed to impress. It was also the night when people loved to show off their promotions, their new cars, their expensive watches. I showed up in my regular suit. Nothing fancy. Just clean and presentable. I drove there in my old Honda Civic from 2015, the same car I'd been driving since college. Meanwhile, my colleagues arrived in Teslas, BMWs, Audis. Designer suits, luxury watches, the whole package. I didn't mind. I never cared much about showing off. I was just there to do my job well and go home. But that night, everything was about to change. Have you ever been underestimated at work? Drop a comment with your story. And hit that subscribe button because this story is going to blow your mind. About 2 hours into the party, I was standing by the bar, sipping a beer, when 3 of my colleagues approached me: Derek, Jessica, and Brandon. They were all senior analysts, same level as me on paper, but they acted like they were way above everyone else. "Hey Marcus," Derek said with that fake friendly tone. "Nice suit, man. Is that from Target?" Jessica laughed. "Come on, Derek, be nice. Not everyone has your fashion sense." "I'm just saying," Derek continued, "you've been here 3 years, right? Same as us? You should treat yourself, man. Buy some nice clothes." Brandon chimed in, "Or maybe get a new car. That Civic is looking pretty rough." I smiled politely. "The car runs fine. Gets me where I need to go." "But don't you want more?" Jessica asked, genuinely confused. "I mean, we all make decent money here. You should enjoy it." And that's when Derek dropped the bomb. "Speaking of money, what are you making now, Marcus?" "Like $75K. The number hit me. 75,000. That's exactly what I made on paper as base salary. "Something like that," I said quietly. Derek burst out laughing. "Dude, I'm making 92. Jessica's at 95. Brandon just hit 100 after his last review." This is getting uncomfortable, right? If you're already feeling the tension, smash that like button. And comment "keep going" so I know you're hooked. Word spread fast. Within 30 minutes, it felt like half the company knew that Marcus, the quiet data analyst, was making only 75,000 a year. People started making subtle comments. Some not so subtle. "Oh Marcus, you're still here? Thought you'd leave early to save on parking," someone joked. "Hey Marcus, want to split an Uber?" "Oh wait, you probably took the bus, right?" Another one laughed. Even people from other departments, people I barely knew, were giving me those pitying looks. Like I was some charity case. The worst part? My manager, Robert, was there. He heard everything. And he said nothing. Just watched with this uncomfortable expression on his face. I felt humiliated. Small. Invisible. Jessica came over again, this time with a drink in her hand, clearly tipsy. "Marcus, honey, you need to negotiate better. You've got to demand what you're worth. You're letting them take advantage of you." "I'm doing fine," I said, my jaw tight. "Are you though?" she pressed. 75K in this city? That's barely enough to live on." Derek joined in again. "Maybe he's just not good at his job. You know, some people hit their ceiling early." That one stung. But I kept my mouth shut. "Are you angry yet?" Because I was furious. Drop a comment telling me what you would have done in this situation. And don't forget to subscribe. This story has the best twist coming. Here's what my colleagues didn't know. I wasn't just a data analyst. I was the data analyst. For the past 2 years, I'd been working on a special project that nobody else knew about except the CEO and the CFO. The company had been struggling with a massive inefficiency in our supply chain. It was costing us millions annually, but nobody could figure out where the leak was. I found it. I spent 18 months analyzing data, building predictive models, running simulations. I worked late nights, weekends, barely took vacations. Not because I was forced to, but because I was genuinely passionate about solving this puzzle. And I did. My solution saved the company approximately $12 million in the first year alone. Projected savings over 5 years? Nearly $70 million. The CEO personally thanked me. The CFO called me the most valuable analyst in the company. But we kept it quiet. Part of my contract for this special project included a non-disclosure agreement until the official announcement, which was scheduled for tonight. Right here. At this party. So while Derek, Jessica, and Brandon were laughing at my $75,000 salary and my old car, I was sitting on information that would change everything. Oh, this is getting good. If you're excited for what's about to happen, leave a like right now. And share this video with someone who needs to see this. Trust me, they'll thank you. At 9 p.m., the lights dimmed. The CEO, Mr. Harrison, walked up to the stage with a microphone. "Good evening, everyone," he started. "I hope you're all having a wonderful time. We've had an incredible year as a company, and it's all thanks to your hard work and dedication." Applause. Cheers. Tonight, I want to take a moment to recognize someone very special. Someone who exemplified what it means to go above and beyond. My heart started racing. This was it. For the past 2 years, we've had a critical issue with our supply chain. It was complex, hidden, and costly. We hired consultants. We brought in external firms. Nobody could crack it. Derek and his group were barely paying attention, still chatting amongst themselves. But one person in this company, working quietly, methodically, and brilliantly, found the solution. A solution that has saved us millions and will continue to save us millions for years to come. Now people were listening. This individual didn't ask for recognition. Didn't brag. Just put their head down and did exceptional work. I saw my manager Robert looking around, confused. He had no idea this was about me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask Marcus Reynolds to please come up to the stage. Yes. Did you see that coming? Comment Marcus, if you're hyped right now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Time slowed down. Every head in that room turned to look at me. Derek's face went pale. Jessica's mouth dropped open. Brandon literally choked on his drink. I stood up, straightened my target suit, and walked toward the stage. The room was dead silent except for the sound of my shoes on the marble floor. As I passed Derek's table, I heard him whisper, "No way. No way this is happening." I climbed the steps. Mr. Harrison shook my hand firmly, genuinely smiling. "Marcus has saved this company approximately $12 million in operational costs," he announced to the room. "His analytical work, his innovative thinking, and his dedication represent the absolute best of what we stand for as a company." Applause erupted. But it was the confused kind. People didn't know what to do with this information. As a token of our appreciation, and in recognition of his extraordinary contribution, Marcus will be receiving a performance bonus. Here it comes. A bonus of $1,200,000. The room exploded. Not with applause. With gasps. With shock. With disbelief. Derek looked like he'd been punched in the stomach. $1.2 million. Are you screaming right now? Leave a comment with fire 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 if this just made your day. And share this with everyone who's ever been underestimated. Mr. Harrison continued, "Additionally, effective immediately, Marcus will be promoted to Director of Data Analytics, with a new base salary of $175,000 annually, plus equity options." I couldn't even process what was happening. Director level. Almost triple my old salary. Plus a 7-figure bonus. Plus stock options. "Marcus, would you like to say a few words?" Mr. Harrison asked, handing me the microphone. I looked out at the crowd. At Derek, who was staring at his shoes. At Jessica, who looked like she wanted to disappear. At Brandon, whose face was bright red. "Thank you, Mr. Harrison," I said simply. "I'm honored. I just want to say that I love what I do. I didn't do this for recognition or awards. I did it because I saw a problem and wanted to solve it. That's what we're all here to do, right? Solve problems." I paused, then added, "And to anyone who feels underestimated or overlooked, keep your head down and do great work. The right people will notice." The applause was genuine this time. Loud and sustained. As I walked off the stage, people who had ignored me all night suddenly wanted to shake my hand, congratulate me, take pictures with me. That's how you do it. Class and dignity. If this story is inspiring you, hit that like button and drop a comment saying what you learned from Marcus. And subscribe for more incredible stories. I made my way back to the bar, trying to process everything, when Derek appeared. He looked awful. Sweaty, pale, clearly rattled. Marcus. Look man, I'm sorry about earlier, he stammered. I didn't know, we didn't know. I know you didn't, I said calmly. Jessica joined him, looking embarrassed. We were just joking around, you know? We didn't mean anything by it. Didn't you? I asked, looking directly at her. You literally said I was barely living on my salary. You pitted me in front of everyone. She had no response. Brandon stayed away, too ashamed to even approach. Look, I said, I'm not mad. I'm really not. But let this be a lesson. You never know what someone else is working on. You never know their full story. Maybe don't judge people based on their car or their clothes or what you think they make. Derek nodded slowly. You're right. I'm really sorry, Marcus. Apology accepted, I said, extending my hand. He shook it, still looking mortified. Later, I found out that Derek, Jessica, and Brandon had been bragging about their salaries all night to multiple people. They were the office show-offs. Always had been. But their salaries, while good, were standard. Mine had just become legendary. Forgiveness and class. That's what I'm talking about. If you respect how Marcus handled this, leave a like. And comment whether you would have forgiven them or not. Let's discuss in the comments. Later that night, after most people had left, Mr. Harrison approached me at the bar. Marcus, can we talk for a minute? Of course, sir. We sat at a quiet table in the corner. I want you to know something, he said seriously. That bonus? You earned every penny of it. But I also want you to understand why we structured it this way. I listened. We could have given you a big raise 2 years ago when you started the project. We could have promoted you earlier. But you specifically asked us not to. Do you remember? I did. When I started the special project, I had asked that my compensation remain unchanged publicly until the work was complete. I didn't want attention or office politics interfering with what I was doing. You wanted to stay under the radar, Mr. Harrison continued. You said you worked better when people underestimated you. When they left you alone. He was right. I had said that. But tonight, watching those people mock you, belittle you, I almost stepped in. My wife told me not to. She said you could handle it. And my God, were you composed. I knew what was coming, I admitted. Made it easier to stay calm. Marcus, you're going to go far in this company. Not just because you're brilliant, but because you have character. That's rare. The full story revealed. Sometimes staying humble and working hard is the best strategy. If this resonates with you, smash that subscribe button. And share this story with someone who needs motivation. 3 months have passed since that party. I'm now settling into my role as Director of Data Analytics. I have a team of 12 people under me. Ironically, Derek, Jessica, and Brandon all report to me now. They're professional about it. Respectful, even. The dynamic completely changed after that night. I finally bought a new car, a nice Tesla Model 3. Not because I needed to prove anything, but because I genuinely wanted one and could comfortably afford it. I moved into a better apartment. Still not flashy, but much nicer than my old place. And you know what? I'm still the same person. I still eat lunch at my desk. I still wear normal suits, not designer ones. I still focus on my work more than office politics. Last week, I took Derek, Jessica, and Brandon out for coffee. Just to clear the air completely. No hard feelings, I told them. Seriously. We're a team now. Let's move forward. Derek looked relieved. Thanks, Marcus. And honestly, watching how you handled everything, it taught me a lot about humility. Same, Jessica added. I've been doing a lot of self-reflection. The truth is, they're not bad people. They just got caught up in the corporate culture of comparison and status. We all do sometimes. But I learned something important that night. The people who truly matter don't need to broadcast their success. They just quietly do exceptional work and let the results speak for themselves. And that is how you turn mockery into victory. What did you think of Marcus's story? Comment below with your biggest takeaway. And if this story motivated you, share it with everyone you know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell for more incredible real-life stories like this. Drop a like if you made it to the end. Remember, stay humble, work hard, and let your results do the talking. See you in the next video. Flexed biceps. The end.